This is CWTFB Radio. I am your host, Charlie Machine. This is episode 2 of season 2. Always sponsored by Details Car Audio and Auto Detailing right on Route 138. That's 925 Turnpike Street in Canton, Mass. For all your detailing needs, interior and exterior, waxes, clay waxes, tints, car audio needs, truck accessories, motorcycle accessories, all of the above. If you need anything like that, just run up in there, let them know Charlie sent you, and we're going to hook you up, man. We're going to keep you looking like nice and clean and all of that, man, on the road, man. But today, man, we got a special guest in the house, man. Somebody I've been watching his music for a few years now, and he's been making a name for himself, not only within this region, but outside regions as well, with a lot of, realistically, I've never heard a song by this guy that wasn't a hit, that wasn't formulated as a hit, which is crazy. And I definitely appreciate his artistry, man. I respect him as a musician. So everybody give your undivided attention to my man, Rosewood Bape.
Hey, what's up, man? It's the kid Rosewood Bape, man. What's your boss? What's up? Rosewood shit.
Okay. What's up, baby? How you doing? How you feeling?
Good, man. I just had my son, man.
Yeah? Congratulations, man.
Thank you, bro.
How's your son?
He's pushing 5 right now, 5 months.
Okay, I was about to say 5. I was like, what you mean? You just had him 5 years ago, my nigga?
He's pushing 5 months, man. It's great because I'm finally getting at least 5 hours of sleep.
Right. You ain't sleeping, huh?
Yeah, I ain't sleeping, bro.
Yeah, team no
I
sleep.
sleeping before him, but, he really makes sure I wasn't sleeping.
Yeah, I bet.
Now, I'm getting a little bit of rest, so.
That's what's up, man. But other than that, man, like COVID treating you all right, man, you've been affected by any way, or?
Nah, man, I haven't really been affected, man. Thank God I ain't lost no one close to me or anything like that.
Right. Thank God for that.
Has been affected. Everyone's healthy, and I've been staying quarantined. I've been quarantined before this.
Right.
So this was not really new to me. So we good though.
I hear you, man. So let's talk about your new single, man. Not My Fault. This is it's getting big everywhere, man. I see a lot of people playing it, a lot of people bumping it, a lot of people are feeling it, man. What was the inspiration behind that song?
Oh man. So I was in the studio. I was feeling the way, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could tell, man. The record says it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? I was feeling the way, man.
Yeah.
Relationship issues, man. The baby shower was like about 3 weeks away before I recorded the song, and I was just feeling the way, man, because I had got caught up. I got caught up, doing what I was supposed to do.
Right.
I wasn't handling my business. I'm gonna keep it right there.
Right.
So, I had went in the studio. I had heard the beat, and immediately, man, you're an artist too. So like,
right.
For me, when I write a song, the first thing I focus on is the hook, right?
Okay.
Very first thing. I don't care. I'm not big on lyrics. You know what I mean? I'm not big on it. I just want you to feel me. Right?
It's about the feel, the nuance of the record.
So immediately when my man John Glass, shout out to John Glass, out in Beverly, I trooped it down there to make the song.
Right.
I almost didn't pull up that day too. Thank God I did. I had as soon as he had played the beat, immediately. It's not my fault that I can't see. It's not my fault that I can't see. Already.
So it just
came.
It was just like that's it.
I didn't know what I was gonna do that day. It just came. So I'm like, oh, this is special.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? But then again, like I try to make it for every song I do. Like that's what I try to go for. Like it gotta come to me. You know what I mean? Right. If it don't come to me, then it don't feel natural. Nah. Probably got 200 songs in the vault, but like
200 songs in the vault.
200 songs in the vault. But about 50 of them I can call hits. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So that's kind of how it works. But to bring it back, I was just feeling the way, man, and I let it all in the music. You know what I mean?
Okay. I hear that, man. So I see you cater to women mostly in your music. Mm-hmm. So what was your influences like, man? Like who influenced you to do music?
Shit. Shout out my cousin Terry, man. My uncle, man, he had a guitar in his crib. He was in a band. He's Haitian, so it was called Sweet Creole.
Okay.
Sweet Creole. I mean,
Sweet Creole.
Sweet Creole.
That's funny.
And it was he was a singer.
Okay.
And he fell back and everything like that, but he still had all his equipment.
Okay.
So when I was young, I'd go over to my cousin's crib and I would always just mess around with it. He used to hide his guitar. I used to break the strings because I want to, I want to know what it is.
Right.
I like making music. I like the sound. So that sparked my first interest. My second one, I'd say my grandmother. She would bring me to Baptist church when I was a kid.
Okay.
Right? We walked from Fair Lawn to Baptist church.
Okay.
Almost every other night. She was hardcore with it, bro.
Right.
and she used to record herself on a tape recorder, singing the choir stuff, doing all the hymn stuff.
Okay.
And then then on Sunday mornings, Saturday mornings, she'll play it back while she's cleaning the house. So me being young, I'm like,
you was taking heed to that.
My grandma's on the radio. Like I didn't know what was going on. I was hearing my aunt, like, oh, so the fact that she was able to hear herself through the speaker was like,
right.
Bothering me, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like I gotta do
I can see that as a kid. You're thinking, you're like, wow, I hear music on the radio.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And she's on the radio. So what's going on? Yeah, that's dope.
I used to make my own mixtapes too. Music like a big part of me, right?
Okay.
Mixtapes, buy the little recorder, empty tape cassettes,
right?
Record. You know what I mean? When your favorite song came on the radio,
right?
Because you didn't want to listen to the radio on the bus when you was a kid going to school. So I made my own little mixtapes, and you know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's kind of how I was doing it.
Okay. So I mean, but as far as like what you were listening to, like predominantly, what kind of music was that? Was it R&B?
R&B music, bro.
Okay.
R&B, a lot of Casey and JoJo, a lot of
okay.
Mary J. Blige.
Oh, you was one of them niggas that was like calling girls, leaving them songs on their voicemail type shit. I
think I did that a few times. I did that one time, man.
It's like, yeah, you know, I was listening to this record, and you know, I just thought about that the other day. You know, that's very special.
I'd practice my voice. You know, remember in the old R&B songs?
Right. There was always a monologue, right? Yeah. I mean, somebody like that from End of the Road. He's like, baby, I knew about that other guy.
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't care. I'm like, yo, this dude's a sucker.
Right.
Ain't nobody make so you came up off that begging music. You know what I'm saying? Like take me back, please.
Oh yeah, Blackstreet. Don't leave me, girl.
You know what it just solidifies though? That type of music. That you know what I mean? It was just out here just saying that black men just be cheating all the damn time, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? And,
that did come out of it.
You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was crazy, man. But I digress, man. Let's get back into it. But yeah, you know what I mean? You know, every now and then I have a side like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, so R&B was a big part of your influence, right? When it came to music.
R&B, bro, a lot.
Okay. Who's your favorite singer growing up?
My favorite singer?
Yeah.
Darnell Jones.
Darnell Jones.
It was say when you love someone,
yeah,
don't treat them bad.
Okay.
Oh, I feel so sad, and I want to leave. This is it, so I'm singing right now.
You know what's crazy, bro? I was never a fan of Darnell Jones.
Come on, bro.
I don't know what it was. I don't know why, bro. I was never really a fan, like, you know what I mean? But whatever. I understand why people like him. You know what I'm saying? I understand why people like him. You know what I'm saying?
Especially that song too. That song.
That was a great record. It's
like awesome. That was the first time I heard some play shit.
Yeah.
On the singing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, he's saying this is what he. Oh.
It's a timeless record.
Yeah.
It's a timeless record. It still get burned down. You know what I mean? It's very relevant to today. It always will be.
Shout out Darnell Jones.
Yeah. Shout out Darnell Jones, man. All right. So as far as the hip hop side of it, man, because you do R&B, but it's kind of like mixed with a hip hop feel. In a sense, so like, what about the hip hop side of things, man? Who are your influences there?
Yo, Mace, man.
A lot of niggas your age say that, and you're not even that much younger than me, but like, I swear, bro, like Mace was very pivotal for a lot of people.
Bro, his run wasn't even that long, but
it wasn't, but it was so impactful.
Yeah, his pen was too crazy. I want to see you happy when it's not with me. Like, I like the
timeless
I like music. The smooth talkers. I like the bangs. I like the punchlines. You know what I mean? I like
right. So did you like Loon?
Nah, I like Loon, but I just felt like he was a little watered down, man.
Right.
You know, I liked him, and I Need a Girl and all that.
Yeah, he was cool. He was needed. You know what I'm saying, at the time. Right. But Mace, man. So what was your favorite Mace album?
Harlem World.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, hands down. You know, Double Up was alright.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a bad album, but it wasn't Harlem World. Harlem World was just like, that was exactly how Mace intended the world to see him at the time.
Exactly.
He was like, this is, you know what I mean? And you know what's so crazy about that whole idea with Mace and Puff, man? Like, I heard a few months ago that, you know, Mace wasn't even making no money like that back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was really just getting jerked around. You know, he came out and said something on Instagram. I don't remember the whole story, but either way.
Right.
Yeah, it was like a couple months ago or whatever the case may be, man. That's, to me, like, everybody wanted to be Mace. But little did we know, nigga, he was getting fucked out of his deal the whole time.
I mean, a lot of rappers are like, yeah, hell yeah. You know, so just to add more to your question.
I digress, though.
Okay. Like Mace, I like 06 Cameron. You know,
okay.
90s Cameron, he was,
06 Cameron was what? What album was that?
Computers Computing. That
wasn't Purple Haze. That was 04.
Killer Season.
Killer Season? Okay. Yeah. Right.
Second or not.
Yeah.
I was in middle school. That was, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Dipset, Cameron, you know, they was running the game at that point, bro.
That was a solid movement. I mean, who else on the rap side? You know who else don't get enough credit too? Banks.
Banks, yeah.
That's my guy.
You know, it's funny, man. That was one of the first things that like attracted me to my wife, bro. Like, I liked her taste in music. You know what I mean? Like, she's this little, you know, small, petite, I mean, Dominican girl, but she likes Jadakiss, Banks, and like Fab and shit. Like, that's what she listens to. And I was like, all right, this is different. You know what I'm saying? But Banks, I feel you're right, is one of those people that a lot of people kind of snooze on. But he was, you know, what he did for the game was very, you know what I mean, monumental for like any era. You know what I'm saying? Like, his shit was dope, man. But he was just more on the mixtape circuit, right? Nobody talks about Banks' albums like that, but either way, man, I mean, I get it. So as far as the way that you make music, right? So it's very R&B. Do you ever want to like do like a whole rap album? Like, you ever think you'd like just spit some bars for like a whole album?
But like, you know, I feel like something got to happen, man. You know what I mean? Like, because you know, rapping is like a full rap album.
Right.
I gotta be going through some shit. I gotta have a lot to say.
Okay.
I mean?
Okay,
right?
that's just not how your mind works. That's not where it goes first.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm all feeling right now, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I'm keeping it. But,
fair enough.
Eventually, you know what I mean?
Okay. So let's talk about your you know, your basically your introduction to the scene, right? When you first started doing music, your first single that everybody knew was Taxi, right? It was very catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like I told you earlier, like, you know what I mean? It wasn't something that I was like completely sold on, the sound, you know what I'm saying, of things. But I understood why people liked the record. I thought it was dope. And I just wanted to hear more. I wanted to see what you had left in your toolbox, bro. But let's talk about that record. Like, when you first like dropped that record, you started seeing the reactions, man. Like, how did you take it? Like, what did you get out of that experience?
Like, this is supposed to happen.
Okay.
I'd be mad hard on myself though. Like, yeah, I mean, so if I drop
if
I drop a track and it don't hit 10K on SoundCloud, I feel. I mean,
really,
you know, that's how I'm coming in.
That's a good staple, you know.
Yeah, you know, that's you know, so
it's a little overzealous, but you know what I'm saying, like,
hey man, you know, I'm Joe Jackson, man.
I feel you, dog.
So that's how we gotta do it. But, At first, I didn't like the record because it was too bubblegumish. Like, I'm like, nah, I wanna show them I got metaphors too, yo, this is too laid back. But then it dropped, and then, you know, like, something happens too. Like, I don't know, when you see people react to your music,
right,
it might change how you feel about the song.
Who was the first person to react to the record?
Not the first person, man. I heard it. I saw a snap at a cookout,
right,
and people had their hands in the air. And that was sold for me. I'm like, oh yeah? Yeah, this is it. All right, cool. We're going to shoot the video. We're going to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, at the time, I was working overnights.
Okay.
At a group home.
Right.
I was writing lyrics, and I had used my tax return to shoot the video.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So at this point, it was like dollar in a dream type shit for me. You feel me? So.
And what year was that, 2015?
Yeah, I recorded in 2014. I dropped it in May 2015.
Oh, dropped it in 2015. Okay.
But I had it in the cut.
Oh, really? Okay. But that was like your first introduction to the scene, or was it?
It was. I had dropped like 2 joints before then, man. I had dropped an R&B song called Motion. It did like 5K. I was sliding in girls' DMs trying to get them to promote it
and things of that nature. Yeah.
I remember I used to fucking Western Union bitches like $80 before like Cash App and shit. Like, yo, yeah, just, you know what I'm saying, do something in a bathing suit, all type. Like, I was really on some like grind and shit. Like, you know what I mean?
I hear that.
Like, this is like real. Like, I want people to know.
Right.
I'm Rosewood Bape. This is what it is.
Right.
Know? So yeah, that was, you know. But Taxi was the standout.
It was. It definitely was. It was. So after Taxi, you followed up with, what was it, Miles?
Yeah.
Miles was a dope record. That was the one that I was like, all right, I like this.
You didn't say that earlier? Okay.
I like this. You know what I mean? I was like, all right. And that's really, because, you know, I was talking to another podcaster about this a couple months ago, and he was just like, the funny thing about you is that you always give people second chances. Like, you might say something is like, whatever, I ain't feeling it, or whatever the case may be, but if they drop something else, you'll give them another listen. You know what I mean? And that's how I am. You know what I mean? As far as just from a fan standpoint, right? Because it's like, I'm a consumer at this point. Like, right. let me see what I want to hear, right? And the record was dope. How was that? How did you feel at that point? Because how long was it in between singles?
Oh man, that was like. So I'm still an old believer of like taking your time with this shit, like
right.
You know what I mean, in terms of giving the people some good quality.
Mm-hmm.
So, but at that point, I can say I was on some like, nah, we gotta hit him back. Future was on a crazy run. He was dropping mixtape back. So I was on some like, I gotta mimic this. We gotta. So I think there was like a 4 or 6 months spread.
Right.
I mean, between 2 songs.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And what was those numbers looking like?
Oh man, that was like once Miles hit like 30K in a month, I was like, yeah, this is
really. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So, all right. So, what kind of doors has your success in this region like brought to you? Like, what's going on? Like
a lot of I don't like mentioning it because it turned into like a ghostwriting kind of thing.
Okay.
So Atlantic had hit me up, wanted me to come through. I had one over there, did a meeting. Miles was the song that had them, reach out.
Okay.
One of the A&Rs was out here, went to Bijou.
Okay.
The bitch had played him the song, and he was like, "Who was that?"
Right.
So, and I'm like,
yo, what's funny as shit about your voice? Because like I hear you singing. you sound like you ever pimp some bitches, man? Like you sound like a pimp nigga. Like, hey girl, you know what I mean? This is what we gonna do. Like, we just gotta left, right, up, down, you know what I mean? That's it, triangle, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it. You know what I mean? And they had reached out to me via IG and I was just amped, you know what I mean? And so what I did was we took the drive, had the meeting.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, you ever heard of PNB Rock? I'm like, nah. I was like, yeah.
At that time.
Right. At that time. Right. I was like, yeah, kinda. He got this, yeah. But then I met him that same day.
Wow.
Right. I met him that same day. And this is
at the same place.
The same place. He was in the Atlantic Records building.
Yeah.
And then him and I just got together. We clicked, man.
And then y'all did a record, right?
We did it, man. We did several records.
Okay.
And he had co-wrote a couple of joints for me. I co-wrote a couple of joints for him, and then we just got in the mix and really started building. I mean,
that's dope, man. Yeah. That's fire. So, what kind of doors is that open for you with like working with PNB Rock and things of that nature, man? Like,
oh man,
what would you say your biggest moment is at this point in your career?
I'd say him and I just doing the record together and really just having it being what it was, really.
Right.
You know what I mean? And watching him, flourish and do what he did in the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? So situations like that, I just take it and, hone it in and I try to create my own moments and try not to piggyback off someone else's.
No, absolutely, man. You know, you should be your own man, create your own story.
Critiques, like I be hearing out here, like it's like people might think I'm too, what's the word called, like standoffish, but it ain't even like that. I mean, it's more so like I'm trying to do my own thing.
You get that a lot, that you're standoffish?
Yeah, I get that, and I'm like,
I don't sense that.
You don't sense that, right? Nah. Yeah, thank you, man, thank you. So but I got that before, like, babe, don't want to do nothing.
Or maybe you just in rapper mode right now. Maybe this is just, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, element.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I got the record, so it's like, yo, it's moving right now. So that's just really it, really.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Is PNB Rock like the only industry artist that you've worked with thus far?
Yeah, let's see, there's PNB. I met A Boogie too.
Okay.
That was cool. Him and I met for a little bit.
Okay. Y'all did a record?
No, we didn't do a record. We didn't do a record.
I was about to say, how did I miss that?
But we was in the studio. You know what I mean? Just, bouncing ideas, vibing and all that shit.
That's dope. What studio was that?
It's called Blast Off in Manhattan.
Okay.
Yeah, right across the street from the Atlantic building. So
that's fire. That's the dope thing about, markets like New York, right? Because you can literally be in a building and then run into an industry artist. You know what I mean? Because of the way the city is and who has, what kind of pull and things of that nature, bro. And just having access to being in the same room as these people.
Yeah.
What do you feel your struggles are as far as like up and coming artists from Boston in particular?
I mean, I can say, the networking piece for me, I struggle with because I was on some like I just want to just do my own thing, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to be fake friends with somebody just to get what I need, you know what I mean? To get what I need. And once I seen that, that's how the game was really built off.
That's it, bro.
You know what I mean? It took me a while. I could say up until recently to be like, all right, cool, let's do it.
Really?
Yeah, bro, because I don't like that shit, man. I'm more like just, just to myself, man.
I hear you.
A lot of people, like, you ever met a Boston chick and she's the type of chick that'll just go to work go straight home.
Right.
Go to school. Go straight home. She don't talk to nobody in the school.
Right.
She don't do nothing. She just do her shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I guess I could say I move like that in terms of music.
Okay. So you never been a part of a group?
Nah.
Really? Okay. So it was always a solo thing.
It was a solo thing. I could say it wasn't a group per se. Like when I first started doing music in like high school, I had bought a Walgreens mic.
Okay.
I mean, and me and my boys,
yeah,
I downloaded a little program to record and shit.
What was the program?
Mixcraft.
Mixcraft.
Okay. There was another one called Audacity, some shit like that.
Audacity.
Yeah. So
you know, it's funny. My first few episodes of this podcast, I used Audacity to record.
It's still up and running.
Yeah, bro. Audacity still is alright. You know what I mean? It's not Logic. You know what I mean? But whatever the case may be. But I digress. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I had used that, and me and my boy, shout out Q, we had just gotten together and just started just doing just freestyle. At the time, Worldstar was just picking it up, so we was big on battle rapping. So we just shooting, writing lyrics.
That was a good time.
Trying to it's a crazy time, and I'm still a fan of battle rap. Shout out Smack, man. I gotta go to one of them events, man.
Yeah. You know, we about to have Chilla Jones on the show.
Get out of here.
Yeah, man, that's my guy.
Not Chilla Jones, man. He's a legend, man.
Yeah, facts, and that's what I told him. You know what I mean? Like, he definitely is a legend. You know what I'm saying? Hands down. But yeah, man. So. All right, so you got your first mic, man, and you started, making records and things of that nature.
Yeah, I got my first mic. We started making records. I started finding my craft. I was really, engineering too. You know what I mean? I was looking at YouTube tutorials on how to download auto-tune. You know what I mean? Because I knew I needed that.
Right.
What's funny was I used to get a lot of Roscoe Dash comparisons when I was really starting off, because I used to really sing on the hook, you know what I mean?
One of those,
yeah. I mean, so I was really just doing that. Heavily big into Southern music, Waka Flocka and all that.
Flocka,
all
that was my guy.
Hell yeah.
I knew he sucked, but I still liked his music.
Me too.
I liked his authenticity.
Me too.
I mean, you could tell he wasn't faking the funk. That's him.
To me, man, that's what's important. I feel like I seen it the way that's what music. I look at the person too. You know what I mean? The talent's cool, but Flocka's a real individual, so I'm a rock with whatever he got going on. That's my mindset at the time. You know what I mean?
Fact.
It ain't how you're saying, it's what you're saying.
Well, that's facts. That's facts. That's a lot of artists.
For sure.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you a question, man. This is a question that I heard on another podcast that I was listening to. It's called Turntable Teachers. I don't know if you ever heard of it. My man Mike Scarfo. He asks his guests creatively, right? Like, if you can conjure up any features here, right? If you can have 3 features on one record, anybody in the whole wide world, dead or alive, on one record, who are these 3 people that you would like to collaborate with on one record?
Oh man, Nipsey and Drake.
Nipsey, Drake.
And you know what? Oh, 3?
3.
Eazy-E.
Eazy-E. I like that. That'd be crazy.
Eazy-E.
Nip, Drake, and Easy, and you on the record.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. Eazy-E. That's another one too, man. Like, I wish he
Eazy-E, really? So you was really on that pimp shit. You like that gangster fucking West Coast Crip shit.
All that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that shit.
What made you like Eazy-E? What drawn you to Eazy-E?
His story, man. How he was able to sell weed and become a mogul.
Okay.
You know what I mean? How he was able to, it's like you look at somebody and it's like, that could have, I could have did that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's Eazy-E to me. Oh, he was into the bitches and all that. That's how,
Yeah, he was wild.
I fell into that. You know what I mean? Well, not too deep. But like that. Yeah, rest in peace. But, I can see where that could have happened. I mean, and, just the whole leader mentality he had, you know what I mean? Him finding Dre and not finding Dre, but kind of, putting the bread up and making shit happen.
What's funny to me about Eazy-E, man, was just how vulgar he was. And at that time, that level of vulgarity was like, it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like now it's whatever. You know what I mean? You could say all types of shit and still get played on the radio now. But that level of vulgarity, man, at that time, man, he didn't give a fuck, bro. He was like legendary. You know what I'm saying? Like that introduction to the game was legendary.
Hell yeah.
That's dope, man. I didn't think you would like somebody like Eazy-E, man. That'd be a crazy collaboration, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
How about you, man?
I mean, like, I'm not really into the R&B like you. I mean, we was just talking about it, man. As far as I wasn't really that into R&B. I mean, I was a rap fan, boom bap. You know what I'm saying? Biggie, Nas. You know what I mean? Jay.
So when you say boom bap, I'm thinking like he's not talking about boom bap like in the '60s. When you say
No.
boom bap,
I mean like like those DJ Premier sounding beats. Pete Rock.
Okay.
Pete Rock like type. Samples.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and things of that nature.
Okay.
Alchemist sounding beats. You know what I mean. You know what I mean?
He was killing y'all. He was killing the samples, man.
Alchemist.
That's the first cat I heard using that chipmunk thing with the high pitch.
Yeah, hold you down. Yeah, that was that shit, right?
Yeah.
Alchemist had Alchemist. I feel like is one of those people that doesn't get spoken about, enough. You know what I'm saying? But that's another story. I digress. But it's not about me, man. It's your show, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm about to say digress right after I leave this podcast. That's gonna be my word, digress.
It's the word of the week, man. You know what I mean?
I'm about to say that word. I digress.
They
don't think I graduated with that shit. What's up, though, man? Yeah, but yeah, man.
So you didn't. All right, so let's talk about that. You said you didn't graduate. You didn't graduate high school.
I graduated high school, but I wasn't using that word in high school.
Right. All right. So where'd you go to high school?
I went to Canton High.
Canton High.
Wow. Yeah.
What was that like?
Man, it was like the best of both worlds, man.
Okay.
I was able to focus. Best of both worlds.
Right.
I was able. I could say that school made me really tap into my musical talents because there was a class called TV production.
Okay.
It's like all this shit, mics, all this like just around. You know what I mean? I told you when I was a kid, my uncle had all this. So it was sparking that up. Right. So, I was able to just take that and just, get motivated and it fueled my love for this shit. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
For sure. So I was able to focus and, really just tap in. Like they was calling me Babe-a-nape in high school. Babe-a-nape. Why? Because I was the only nigga in that school to have a pair of Babe-a-napes.
Okay.
Right. And I was like, it was hot.
So you was Bape. That's how you got Bape.
That's how I was Bape. Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Oh wow! So where's the Rosewood come from?
So this is interesting, right? And I get to finally clear this up, man. So
this is the first time you're talking about this.
Yeah.
CWTFB exclusive. You heard it here first, man.
First time I'm talking about.
We're gonna have Rosewood Bape talk about why his name is his name.
Yes,
because I ain't gonna lie, this shit fucked me up too.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Whatever. I digress. But go ahead.
I digress. So Rosewood Bape. Yeah, I remember when. So Kanye had the Rosewood movement rocking with the whole good music shit going on from like 2010 to 2012.
Right.
He had Sci-Hi to Print. He had the good music series, and part of that whole thing was he would wear suits. Right. And it was called Rosewood. Okay. That was the name of the when he was rocking the suits. Him, Common, Big Sean, Sci-Hi, they were always rocking the suits and shit. And that was like a Rosewood attire. Right.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And then the BET cypher, you can look it up too. The BET cypher with Big Sean, Pusha T, all them guys. Kanye, before the cypher even started, he's like, Rosewood. Yeah, the plan was the hangover. What's worse, the pain or the hangover? Yeah. Too many circles on your way, Winslow. So when I heard that, I'm like, yeah, I'm taking that. That's the move. That's the move. Rosewood. So
that's what you got from that.
That's what I got from that, man.
You got that feel, that.
Hell yeah!
It was that time for Kanye was definitely a very sensory provoking era. The way that he did things was crazy. It was timeless. It was never done before. So you saw that and you're like, okay, I like this enough to incorporate it with my name.
For sure.
Okay, that's dope.
For sure, So
you know, a lot of people thought it was gang related, right?
I know.
Yeah.
I ignored it. I never. Let them think that, man.
Yeah.
Click my music, man.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But now we know. Man.
Now we know, man. But yeah, a lot of people thought that, man. It was funny, man. Just I'd be at parties and you from Rosewood? Yo, my cousin from and I'd be like, yeah, and I'd tell nigga, I ain't from there, bro, but yeah, shout out to your cousin, man.
Right.
What you want me to do? But it wasn't no correlation,
No, I hate it.
This is my first time talking about it, man. So
hey man, I'm glad that you could do this on this platform, man. But let's talk more about you going to high school in Canton, man. Like in this time, a lot of racial tension in the country. So my mind went there. So I'm like, what was it like for you as a black kid, going to high school in Canton?
I didn't feel that. Yeah, it was never. I hung out with other black kids.
Okay.
That was in my situation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Using someone's address to go to the school there for better education type shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? I used to take the JBL bus from Mattapan station to Canton because it stopped at Canton, the little JBL bus. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if you know, it's still running, I think. But I used to take that every morning. You know what I mean? I used to walk and just, you know what I mean, and handle my business. So I looked at it as being Metco without being in Metco.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's facts. And that's good. That's good to hear, man, because I was talking to somebody before and they told me that they went to, a suburban high school, but they're from the city. And, they would get picked on, he wants to say, but like not like directly, but indirectly by the police and other people, of that nature in that town. Like, him and his friends would get caught smoking weed, but he's the only one that they're talking to. Like, where'd y'all get this weed from type shit? Yeah. I mean, the white boys.
Did that happen to me? Nah, it ain't happened to me, bro. If anything, it was like, you got some little stupid shit like, your white boys. Yo, Kev, can I say this black joke? Whatever.
Right.
You
ever asked somebody about, can I say the N-word?
Yeah. Nah, I wasn't with all that.
Yeah,
I wasn't with that either. You know what I mean? I was one of those like, like, nah.
You still black.
Yeah, I'm black, bro. I'll smack the shit out you, man. You know what I mean? But it was love, though. It was love.
Yeah.
The teachers, they seen what I was trying to do. Nigga, I graduated that school with a 1.4 GPA.
1 point whatever is stupid, crazy.
Nigga, my mind was in the high. Yeah, he cameraman's like, that. What?
Yeah, and this nigga didn't even go to school, and he's looking at you like that.
Yeah. Yo, I was class clowning, and I was all that, man. You know what I mean?
Really?
I had one teacher told me she gonna kick my ass because the projector shit. She used to, teach shit that I used to come, but when she left and put music on for the projector, music videos for the kids to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, to bump to and shit. Like, I didn't look at it like that, man.
That's crazy.
Wherever I was, I'm gonna make the best out of it and have fun. And that's just kind of what my mindset was at the time.
Okay. So let's talk more about the music. How do you describe your sound?
Honestly, futuristically, like, nerve, touch me. There's a word for all these. I just don't know. What else? Just like passion in music, man. Shit.
Okay.
I done had niggas tell me like, yo, I made 10 bands to your shit. I done had niggas tell me like, yo, babe, I just bagged one of the baddest bitches in the club. Man, smashed the same night to your shit. Yo, babe, that song Miles got me some head. Yeah, it's like when I hear shit like that, my job is done. I'm good. Yeah, I mean, I'm good.
Wow.
As long as I was happy to help you achieve what you wanted to.
Whatever it was, right.
I'm good.
My music is the gateway.
Yeah, you feel me?
Let me lead the way.
Let me lead the way, yeah.
That's funny, man. That's dope. So what's your ultimate goal with music, man? Like, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Honestly, bro, I just want to touch as many people as I can, man.
Okay.
I mean,
like, you're getting paid off of music at this point, right? Right.
That's another thing. So I didn't have my business right probably until like 2-3 years ago.
I'm glad you're talking about this.
Because
that's good.
Because my mind, I'm creative. I don't care about, listen,
right.
I'm going to run it up how I run it up. I'm going to work my 9 to 5. I'm going to sell whatever I need to sell. I'm going to flip what I got to flip.
Right.
There's a million ways to make $100. Right. So at the end of the day, my main goal was to make music and focus on the craft. Right. So there was a point where I took a little time off and to focus on the business.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, hold on. I'm getting all these streams. I'm getting all this. Yo, hold on. But I'm still waiting in the driveway for niggas to come. Nah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What's going on? So, I had to, and shout out to John Glass too, man. Really sat me down and just, yo, this is what BMI is, babe.
Okay.
This is what a BMI is. This is what this is. This is ASCAP. This is all that.
Right.
Yo, you got to sign up. You need an LLC, Rosewood Bape LLC, because if you don't, the Uncle Sam's gonna come get you.
Right.
The IRS is gonna get you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you get sued, you get sued.
You get sued.
If your business gets sued, your credit is good.
Exactly.
You're straight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, all these little things that people just, rappers, musicians are not, aware of just because they focus on the music. And that's a regular thing. Don't feel bad about it.
Oh, but nah, bro. You seen the TLC movie? Nigga,
yeah.
I watched it. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been happening since the get, man. So,
but
I was
you caught it early.
I caught it early.
You caught it early.
So, I was able to, live off it, you know what I mean? And, live in a nice area, raise a family off it and stuff like that.
Okay.
Now I just want to just take it to the next level.
Okay.
Take it to the next level. And that just comes with me just getting up out of here, man. And, networking in different states and all
right.
And that's something that I've struggled with too within this process because nigga, I'm a homebody. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I know mass. You know what I mean? I don't want to, nigga, nah. Everyone in Cali speak. This is my whole like.
Wow.
I'm just like, nah. Them niggas, nah, man.
They ain't like us.
I want to build this shit here. Nah, we wasn't over here, man.
You was on some Ace Boogie shit. Nah, man, it's Harlem, baby. we out here. You know what I'm saying? DC,
DC. This is mass, nigga. We gonna blow up here, and they're gonna come over here to us. Nah, this is what we doing. You know what I mean? But then time went on. I'm like, okay, I gotta travel. All right, yeah, man. This is what it is. You know what I mean? So, because I want this. So
I hear you,
that's
man.
What it is.
I hear you. I hear you. So hard work, man.
I didn't think 1.4 was that bad, though. Y'all 1.4 GP is that bad?
Say that again?
So I didn't think 1.4 was that bad.
Oh my God. 1.4 wasn't that bad. Come on, my guy.
Come on, man. That's a C minus, cuz.
C minus. That's a D plus, my guy.
That's a D?
That's a D plus.
Hey, man.
It might be a D plus. I don't know.
D plus?
Whatever.
Hey, I walked the stage, though.
You walked the stage?
I walked the stage.
So, did you go to college?
No, I ain't go to college.
Nah. You had no aspirations of going to college? You just had to get to the bag?
No. I went to Massasoit for liberal arts for about a semester and then dropped out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can relate.
It wasn't for me, man. I mean, and
I did 2 semesters and I caught a case and I was just like, yeah, I'm not going back to school.
The way I looked at it, bro, is college is always going to be here.
Right.
If this will happen, doesn't work out. I eventually want to go back. I got a son now, you know what I mean? And I want to be able to tell him to go to school. I want him to look at dad a certain way.
Right
now. But this is just where my mind's at right now. Music, you gotta. This is the bread and butter.
Right.
So
this is it. Right.
I'm trying to teach you this too. You know what I mean? But don't leave out education. You don't want to get a 1.4 like that. You feel me?
Do better in high school. Yes, definitely do better than your dad. Right. But as far as raising a kid, man, let's talk about that, man. How has that changed your life and changed your creativity, man, and becoming a father? Like, this is very new to you. I know it's life changing because I've been through it. And how were your experiences with that right now?
So with that, bro, I'll be honest, man. I'm more aware. That's the word, right? So I'm more aware of how I want to be perceived. I'm more aware of credit, right? I'm more aware of I don't think for today. I think for tomorrow, the next day. You know what I mean? Before,
where's this going?
Before, when I'd get like mad about something, I'd be ready to throw it all out the window.
Right.
Oh, he did that. We did that. I don't care.
Right.
Now it's like, hold on. Yeah. You feel me?
You ever been to jail?
I've been in holding. I've been in holding, not jail, right? I've been in holding. That was a weird situation, man. Nigga gave me McDonald's under the cell. Anyway.
What was that at?
That was in Canton. Funny, man. I was in a holding cell, man, and this cop, yo, throw me some McDonald's under the joint, funny. Man. You know what I mean? Nah, that ain't for me, bro. That ain't for me.
That's funny.
A little blanket with the shit. Nah, little stitch blanket, itchy. I ain't with all that. I mean, I'm too pretty for that shit, man.
Right.
But yeah, man. Yeah. Now I just kind of think about everything, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Think about everything, and I take it step by step, and I think about tomorrow, and just what's it called? Generational wealth, right?
Absolutely.
Right. That was never in my mind before.
Wow, that's dope.
It's in my mind now.
That's dope.
So I'm keeping it right there.
So you feel like you grew up very fast, just in the past few months.
In the past few months, bro. Yeah, I was like,
it's like, who the fuck did I think I was before, right? Right. You think about it like that, like, wow, man, like, I thought I was that nigga then. Nigga, I'm the shit now, bro. That's dope, man. That's a dope, gratifying feeling, man. Yeah. I'm happy for you, man. Congratulations again, man.
Thank you, man.
Kids are definitely life changing, man. I got my son on the way, so I'm excited.
I saw that.
Yeah,
man. Congrats,
thank you. And
I think I'm gonna probably stop at 2.
Yeah,
but I say that, but you never know. Yeah.
You see, I've always said 2.
You always said 2,
and I've always tried to bribe my wife into that thinking too, but she ain't really for it.
They want to have an army. They want to have a business.
Now she's thinking maybe 3, but I don't want to be outnumbered by my kids, bro. That's how I think about it, man. It's 2 of us. It's 2 of them. Mm-hmm. We equal. I ain't about to have no, you know what I'm saying? These little niggas ganging up on me, bro. I'm not with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
It's there's more of them than there is us. But
in all seriousness, though, you just now you got something to live for, man. And that's
absolutely
how I look at it. I got something to live for, for real. Not that I didn't think I didn't before, but again, I just was on some now shit, man.
Right.
I got to get it now. You know what I mean? So now it's let's go wait a little bit. Let me spend some time with him. You know what I mean?
Having a kid at this point in your life, man, is a really monumental moment, bro. Your life is just gonna change completely, bro. And it's you're doing the right things, man. Like you're putting family first.
Right.
And you know, I think a lot of people get that misconception with musicians sometimes that, you know, going really hard with business is not putting family first. In my opinion, that's like the complete opposite.
How isn't it?
Right. You know what I mean? Because my thing is just more like, if we're gonna get this money and this is my primary source of income, I gotta go in.
I got to.
I gotta hit niggas over the head with these hits. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like the next one gotta be crazy.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what are you about to do next, man? Because you have Not My Fault, man. Like, so how do you? All right, my fault. So let's slow down for 1 second, right? So how do you gauge when to drop the next hit, right? When to drop the next single? Because you have a lot of singles spaced out.
I do.
But each of them do wild, crazy numbers. So like, do you do this on purpose, or is this just how? Or is it just how things are just timing out?
Nah.
It's deliberate.
So both, right?
Okay.
I do it on purpose, but at the same time, I wanted to drop my fault like 6 months ago.
Really?
I had it.
Wow, you had it in the vault.
I had it in the cut, right?
Yeah.
But you know, I'm strategic with it, man. Like I look at the atmosphere. Like you ever know? I've never been camping before, but I didn't watch TV where a nigga that went camping. Then one of these and seeing if everything's all right. You know what I mean? The atmosphere. You know what I mean? Right. That's how I am with music, right? I'm looking on my gram. Oh, this person, he got Master on lock right now. I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna
let him rock.
We're gonna let that rock, right? Because once he gets quiet, I'm gonna come in for the kill, right? So that's just kind of, I like to be tactical.
Wow. So you want some Tom Brady shit.
Got to be, bro. It's music.
Like, I found the pocket.
Music, and the thing is, bro, I don't never let, especially now, my nigga, like, I don't never let no one tell me, like, music is timeless, man. Right. You got apps like TikTok. You got apps like, mad apps that go viral. You know what I mean?
Right.
Music's timeless.
Right.
Take your time with it, but give them some good quality.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, give them some good quality. Ain't none of this. I had this plan, like, because it's like, I'm 30. I want to have $2 million. I want to have this. I want to have 10 houses and all this. Yo, take your time, yo. It's gonna come, right?
You know, it's funny. I was having this conversation a few months ago, like, sidebar, like, when you're younger, ages seem very monumental to you.
Yes.
And people used to put age on, success, right? They used to age versus success. Like, how much success do you have at this age? When I was a kid, man, being 18 was the craziest shit. Right? I thought being 18, nigga, it's like, yo, I mean, let's make it rain.
Tickets, yeah,
I got bread.
Like 10 scratch tickets. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then things got crazy. You know what I'm saying? So right now at this point, do you feel like this? I'm drinking the Añejo. I'm an Añejo type of nigga, bro. That's why I got flavors, bro. You do it. But do you feel like you're where you need to be right now in your life?
No.
In terms of what?
I'm hard on myself, man. Everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I look at, my peers, not my peers, but I look at artists that I feel like I'm better than, and they're living better than me right now.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's like, I deserve that.
What does the next level look like then?
That's a good question. I guess just more financial stability. I want to be able to own 2-3 houses and teach my fans how to flip them and all that stuff.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff I'm looking into too.
Okay.
Which ties back into having a kid, right? So I'm looking, it's like, okay, that property, land. Oh,
right.
What can I do with this?
Buy land, they're not making any more of it.
Right. Okay, see, yeah, right. And I'm still like in the mature stages of that. So, thanks for telling me that. But, shit. That's just kind of what I'm looking into right now, and that's to me, that's the next level.
I'm there with you.
You feel me? That's the next level for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I want to be able to just, I like this. Yeah, let's partner up. I want Rosewood Estates. All right, low income stuff. Yeah. We're gonna do it for people Section 8 because that's how I grew up. So I get it. We're gonna do it like
let's
that.
Give back. Yeah.
That's the 10-year plan, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Fine. And that's, to me, that's the next level. And once I get there, I might not be satisfied again. You feel me? I don't know.
You're always going to want more.
Right.
That's just human nature, man. We're conquerors. Right. And when you were alpha male, bro, you're just going to go for yours, man. And you ain't going to let nothing get in your way.
Yeah.
I relate with you being introverted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe that I'm an introvert, but I have introverted ways in a sense. When I was doing music, I didn't really want to go out and meet niggas neither. Like, I was on some, we gonna do this music, but we live in life. We doing what we have to do and things of that nature. So I didn't really like going to certain events. I didn't really like making myself seen at certain places because I didn't feel like it was important.
Yeah,
but it is.
It is.
It is.
I learned that.
It is, man. It's definitely important. People need to see you, man, and you have a really strong presence in the city, bro.
Yeah,
like you're one of the people that everybody's rooting for, man, and I'm rooting for you, bro.
Thank
so
you, man.
absolutely, man. What's have you ever thought about ownership as far as like a label, like putting other artists on? And
of course, man. Of course, man. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, dog.
Yeah.
Of course, man. Like, so just to get into that, I want to eventually get more established enough so I understand how this game works now. Right now, I'm not in the position to put anybody on in terms of, I mean, I
influence.
Can't influence, right? I don't got the budget for that. I like, if anything, I can connect you to the resources, right? Which is a piece of it, right? But there's other things that you got to do for an artist. You got to put your life second, right? So eventually, man, I want to build a label, man, and find me a Bieber or SZA, or or a Silento, or someone that somebody that's
Silento. Wow.
Hey, man, that kid's bred it up, man.
I don't
like that song either.
I know,
but hey, it was everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean? And I'm, that's like, this works.
Yeah.
So I want to get to that point. You feel me?
Right.
Eventually, but what's next? You asked me what's next, man. Right now, I'm shooting Not My Fault in 2 weeks. I'm doing the whole Back to the Future theme. I had saw the DeLorean. Someone had the perfect stock DeLorean, looked just like the movie joint.
That's crazy.
Out in Rhode Island, I was driving through Rhode Island. And I seen that, and I had hollered at the white boy like, "Yo, let's do something."
Yeah.
And
did the car drive? Like it was functional. Those cars were shitty cars. They were bad. Like they were made very poorly. They just looked really cool.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a car guy, bro.
I don't know the history.
Yeah. But either way, I digress. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Nah. So I'm shooting that, and we're pretty much getting that in place.
Yeah.
Once that's shot and ready to go, I got the album done. The album's done, man.
Okay.
RoseGold 2 is done, y'all.
RoseGold 2.
RoseGold 2, man. This is my follow-up in 3 years. Okay. So it's gonna go crazy. So it's just got to be done right. But so that's the album. This is the lead single, Not My Fault. I got the second single in the cutter. That video's already done and ready.
Right.
But I just want to just get as much as I can out of Not My Fault first. Not everyone didn't hear it yet. You know what I mean? Shout out to DJ Foreign on Jam 94.5. He's supporting it heavy. DJ Papa Don, he's supporting it heavy, man. Pup Dog, man. I sent you the record. Let's get something going, baby. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. We trying to really get shit moving.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. As far as the city, who are your favorite collaborators from the city?
One nigga that showed me love, bro, when I was coming up, and I still call him for advice to this day, is Cousin
Stiz.
I still call Cousin Stiz to this day. Millie's is someone who I still call for advice. Like,
that's my guy.
That movie.
Yeah.
Right. I know I saw that episode.
Yeah.
Millie's.
Shout out to Millie's, man.
Shout out to Millie's for sure, man. Millie's and his whole team too. Like
Millie's just overcame COVID, bro.
Oh yeah, overcame. Okay.
COVID, man. Shout out to Millie's, man.
Shout out to Millie's. Real one. Solid dude, man. Solid dude. Shout out to C's too.
Yeah, word.
But Millie's is another one. And D the Flies too, man. Flies, man. I'd spoken to him on Father's Day. We wish each other happy Father's Day, man. And so those are the 3 guys who I personally have a relationship with that I know. I mean, and
have you done a D the Flies record?
We got a whole video out. It's called Monopoly. Rosewood Bape featuring D the Flies, Monopoly on YouTube, all platforms. Monopoly.
How did I miss that? When did that drop?
That dropped last summer.
Okay.
Before his run.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. That's dope. That's fire, man. That's fire.
I was a huge fan of him before all that. I used to live in Brockton, so I know a lot of it. His over the cats. So when I used to hear about him a lot, and then when I met him, he was cool. Yeah, young boy, cool, real authentic. Everything about him is authentic.
Yeah, he seems very mature for his age. I don't know him. I never met him, but just from interactions,
mature.
And what I hear about him, I hear he's a good dude, man. So shout out to D the Flyers, man.
This is one cat too. We had interview that Boston Royale. I like that record, man. Securitas. Shout out to that record, man.
I felt like I told him that. I felt like you guys should.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
I feel like in the episode I mentioned that. Like I feel.
I watched that episode.
Did I mention? I don't know who it was. Oh no, my fault.
Okay.
I'm speaking to Trevor Holmes.
That's another one. I fuck with Trevor.
Trevor Holmes. Yeah. I was mentioning that because you guys kind of do the same thing, but don't. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like the hip hop-ish singing. Right. You know what I mean? Melodic. You guys tap different channels though, like the way that y'all deliver yourselves. But I think that those styles could match. You know what I mean? Like, y'all are both super creative, man. Do you have like every record is different for you? Is what you're saying? Like, there's no like one size fit all performance, like a creative process.
Nah, man. Right now, I'm actually fucking around with not my fault. That beat that's a completely new beat for me, right?
Really?
It was a new thing. It was a new
It was a different feel. It was a different feel. Weekend-ish.
It was weekend-ish. Yeah. I get that a lot too. You know what I mean? Nah, that's Rosewood Bape, man.
Nah, I know what you mean, but like it's just the beat selection. As far as the beat selection.
The beat selection, yeah, right. Yeah. But I had it was new for me, man. And right now I'm kind of leaning more towards that. I'm like, let me hear some more retro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's get some more radio sounds going. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna talk that urban shit on it, and then we're gonna mesh it together.
Right.
You know, and we're gonna make a hit.
Okay.
So that's just kind of how I like to do it, man. Listen, bro.
So
we gotta make hits, man. Yeah,
hits, man, and that's what you do, man. You know? That's your formula.
Yeah.
We all see that. We know that's what you about, man. So you got hits in the vault, man. You're Haitian.
Yes, like I said, yes, sir.
Who Haitian? So as far as creatively, man, you ever think about adding a little, you know what I mean, ippies to your records and shit, my nigga? Like,
of course.
You know what I mean?
So, the ippies, man.
Yeah, I mean, the ippies, my nigga, you know what I mean?
Make some good ippies, man.
But, shout out to Gun, dog.
Yes, sir. Gun, yeah. Yeah, bro. So remember I told you I got like 200 songs in the cutter. So a couple of those joints are, Zook tracks and everything.
Really?
Like
Zook?
But I'm not speaking it. You know what I mean? Okay. It's more so just the feeling,
the vibe.
The feeling, the vibe.
The Frenchy Calypso joint.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's a vibe right now, right? Mm-hmm. People who can pull it off should do it. Mm-hmm. I agree with it because it just shows, the culture a little bit. Right, you know what I mean? Like just paying homage to, your ancestors and who you came from.
Kave, man. I met him, man. He came to my man's wedding last year. He was singing live, and I'm like, man, this is dope.
That's funny, man.
I met him, man. Say papuda. You feel me?
Good record. Legendary status right there.
Yes, sir. But yeah, for sure, man.
How well would you say you know the history of Boston, like as far as musically? Hip hop, R&B.
I say I know. Yeah. I know a little something, man. I mean, I know a little something.
Okay.
Not very well.
Right.
But I mean, we touched earlier on, you know what I mean, Benzino and all that.
Right. So, the older crowd, right? So you said you're 27.
Yeah.
Right. We have an older generation of people who's been watching this music scene for decades now. Sure. Some people in their 40s, some people in their 50s even. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to older rappers, right, as an opinion, right, and this is not aiming at nobody in particular, but in a market like this, do you feel that a lot of the older rappers who are not gaining the traction that they want should invest into the younger artists who will pop?
What do you mean?
Like as far as
I'm never looking for someone else.
No, it's not about like a handout. It's not about like I'm trying to just put you on a pedestal. But right. People who are clearly not gonna fucking pop. People who are clearly not gonna blow. You've been doing your shit for mad long. You ain't going nowhere, bro. You a local sensation. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. But like at this point, bro, why not give that energy to the up and comers, the people who are coming up who actually have a real shot at doing this? Because I feel like it comes from a selfish space where a lot of people who just know that they're not going to make it in this business want to still be the artist. You have resources at this point. You have connections. You have relationships.
Right.
And I hope you have the funds. You know what I mean? At that point, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So why not invest into something that you believe in as far as music? Like, do you agree with that sentiment?
I do agree with that sentiment. I do agree with it. I struggle with it because I can't. When you say that, I think of myself, right? So for me, it's like, I still got time left, man. You know what I mean? So at the same time, yes, if I'm pushing 38, 30, 39, 40, and I'm still out here, taxi, then yeah, then yeah, I'm gonna find me a little somebody out here, and we gonna make something happen. You know what I mean? But I agree with that sentiment. I do for sure.
Do you feel like you've been received within that market, like the older generation of Boston?
A lot of the older cats don't show me that much love, man. I get a lot of love from the younger.
Okay.
A lot of the younger.
I can see that, like just as far as like what they're used to and things of that nature.
Yeah. And I
like I was saying to you about, my first, reaction to your music, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I feel like I have a dated, well, no offense, like a dated taste in rap. You know what I'm saying? Like
dated
as far as what's now sounds completely different to what I grew up on.
Okay,
what I'm saying.
To hold you there, right? There's artists that's here now that still compliments what you like, though.
Oh, I know that. I know that, but that's not the mainstream sound anymore. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, it's not.
You know what I mean? Like that's no longer the. When you turn on the radio, you don't hear Joey Badass on 94.5.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's one of them young cats who's bringing that essence back to the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A$AP Rocky did it in a really dope way.
I like how he did it.
Where he did it in a very modern, very flamboyant. Flamboyant. Yeah, he had a very unique style. He did it very well. I mean, there's a lot of artists. I can go on and on and on and on. Yeah, I mean Kendrick. I mean, what the fuck, man? Like Kendrick, what can you say bad about this man, dog? Like you can't even critique this nigga.
Yeah.
Like I truly believe he's the best rapper out, my nigga, like hands down.
Yeah,
right.
Cool. They up there.
Right.
They up there. But I like Kendrick a little more, so I feel you.
Yo, bro. I mean, all right. So, what about this? Like, so if you could have any hot industry artist right now on your next single, who would it be?
It'd be Kendrick, right? Kendrick, and I'm always bringing back to Drake. You know what I mean? Because Drake is someone who I watched from Little Jimmy on Degrassi on the wheelchair.
That's crazy.
Now
you was really watching Degrassi and shit.
I watched that shit, man.
Yo, bro, you just a lover boy, man. You watched
all that shit.
You was just for the bitches. Yeah, I mean, this nigga was
there's different type of niggas, man.
This nigga was for the bitches.
For the bitches. I love money. I love and that's my lane. That's what we doing. That's what it is.
This nigga was like, yo, these bitches is watching Degrassi, so I mean, it's a simple fucking equation, my nigga. I guess we watching this shit too.
Shout out my nigga Jimmy, man.
That's so crazy because it's funny, man. I remember when I was like 16, 15, I was messing with this girl who's from Canada. You know what I mean? She lived, she's Haitian. I guess she was born in Montreal and all that. Montreal, you gotta say it like that because that's how she used to say it, nigga. You know what I mean? And she always used to talk about Degrassi, the TV show. And I'm like, what the fuck is Degrassi? Like, I never even looked into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't that, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Realistically. But it's funny how to see that transition from Drake as that character in that TV show to the hottest dude in the game right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he let it, just watching that was like, oh, it's possible.
Yeah.
I can do it. Anyone could do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can make it. Anyone can make it.
So
no matter where you came from, what your background is. Because I ain't gonna lie. When I first saw, I'm like, nah, that's Little Jimmy.
You didn't believe it.
You've seen it before. A lot of actors are trying, you know what I mean?
You didn't believe it.
I didn't believe it.
That's what it was.
I didn't believe it.
He made us believe it.
And I respect it fully.
He packaged himself up. Like, he
stayed to himself too.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like, he's just really good at compartmentalizing like him versus the artist.
Right.
Like when I listen to Drake and I listen to these interviews that I see with him, he's a complete different person from his music. In his music, he's egotistical. He's this big badass. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking to him, he's Aubrey. He's like, it's like I was in the studio with 40 and we finished watching Heat with Al Pacino and it just, inspired me to go do a record. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's to me.
That's me too, though.
Yeah, that's me too. But I was just going to get into that.
We must have jugged and I watched Blow. I said it in Taxi. You know what I mean?
Right.
I really did that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with that.
I like the everyday rap. You know what I mean? I like
get up in your car, you going to work, you push something.
Let's talk about some regular shit.
Yeah.
It don't gotta be about the fucking, what niggas like now, the Audemars and shit, the fucking rock. I'm not into watches. What the niggas wear? The protects. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
AP rollies.
Yeah, bust downs and shit like that. Like, we ain't got to talk about that all the time. Let's talk about some real life shit.
I want one. Listen, but we ain't got to talk about that.
You like watches. If you like watches, that's your thing. Go ahead. Right. You spend your money how you want to spend it. Sure. But, music is beyond that. I do feel like you add pain to music and experience to your music.
A lot.
Do you feel like there's been a shift in your style now as you're getting older?
Yeah, man. So like just having a son now. Now I'm more just conscious of what I'm saying in my music. I'm more,
as far as when he's gonna hear it later in his life.
Yeah. I don't, maybe you could help me. Like I hear kids ask pretty tough questions when they grow up, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Hey, Dad, what did you mean when you said you was watching? What's busted jug and
Oh,
all types of?
You know what's crazy, bro?
What's up?
So, as you know, I used to rap.
Of course.
When I used to live in my dad's crib, I had like notebooks and like my nightstand.
Mm-hmm.
I moved out obviously years ago, and my niece stays in that room now.
Mm-hmm.
She's 11. And she texts me one day, like, or snaps me or some shit. These kids got smartphones now. She's like, Uncle Charlie, I found your old rhyme book. And I was like, word? I was like,
black and white?
Yeah. She's like, I found a few of them actually. And she's like, wow, like you have a really terrible vocabulary. You swear way too much and all of this shit. And I'm like, wow, yo. So it's to see the growth, you know what I'm saying? Like in music, and just in life in general. And to see that you're aware of that part, that's going to be much later in your son's life, man. Like, why? Do you feel like it's just more like you don't want your son to get a false idea of who his dad was?
Yeah, and him get motivated off the false idea and having him become that himself. Because they look up to you.
Absolutely.
Right.
You're everything.
Right.
You're the first hero.
And that's just, how I see it, man. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of something I'm battling internally right now. And I'll get over it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, that's where I'm at right now.
Right.
Man. I'm very conscious of what I'm gonna say now and how I want to do it, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, son, you're gonna have relationships. You know what I mean? I can talk to you about this.
Right.
I can talk to you about how I was feeling when I made this.
Right.
But I want to talk to you about the other stuff. It's gonna be tough.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'd rather give you the birds and the bees lesson than that other lesson. You know what I mean? If anything, I want to tell you to stay away from the bullshit and just focus on yourself and don't care about exactly. Don't care what you think. Just focus on yourself, man.
That's real. Mm-hmm. That's real.
Yeah.
What do you feel your biggest lesson is in your career right now? Like the biggest thing that you've learned as a whole, just in life?
You said it earlier, man, and not to take myself too serious.
Oh, really?
You didn't even have to know me to say that, and you said
That's funny.
Right?
That's funny.
Like,
what makes you say that though? Like, in what sense? Like, because I feel like everybody has a different jump.
Because, bro, I would overthink a lot of things, man. Like, and like, I would. It's easy, right? You have a little success. You know what I mean? You're lit locally, so now you think you're bigger than what you really are.
Right.
But you're only big in your area.
In your town.
In your town.
Right.
Bro, I went to New York.
Nobody knew who you were.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
About who you who?
Oh, who you again?
Right.
You still got away with mine, nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right? So it's like, oh shit.
It's Queens, nigga.
It's Queens. Right. Right. So not to take myself too serious, man, and really just enjoy what I've done and not stress about how long I have to go, but how far I came.
Right.
And
that's what you should always gauge, man, how far you came.
How far I came. And that was never programmed up here. It was more so like, I want to get there right now, nigga.
Right.
Why is he? I'm better than him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
everybody's dealt different cards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just realistically speaking, this market is tough to penetrate. And to go out and do other things as well. So have you ever gave thought of moving out of town? I know a lot of artists are doing that, are going that route, and it's working for them.
It is. I've given that thought, but it's not nothing that I really still believe that I could still be out here and still travel and still make it to where I want to make it.
Right.
I still feel like talent still holds a certain weight, man.
Right.
A lot of people, I get it.
It's
not all about talent no more. It's about who you know, the image, and I get that.
Right.
But I still feel like talent still holds a certain weight.
Absolutely.
That could bring you to the next level.
Absolutely.
Well, it may not be the next level that you, but it'll bring you further than where you at.
Right.
And I'm not gonna risk my the reality of things, right?
Right.
To make the dream happen and sacrifice, my reality.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather just keep everything smooth sailing. If it takes me a little longer, my nigga, then it is what it is.
Okay.
Right? And that's just that's how I'm seeing things.
Now that's real. That's real. I mean, you should always be just in tune with reality and know what's going on. I mean, like you seem like a very aware person,
right?
Things of that nature, man. So I mean, at the end of this year, man, we're in July now. What is the end of 2020 supposed to be looking like for you?
Man, I'm doing a lot of traveling for sure.
Okay.
A lot of traveling. Not my fault. I want to. It's
not my fault everywhere.
Not my fault. It's
all streaming
everywhere. Streaming platforms. Yeah. It's running it up, and hopefully have RG2 out by then. RoseGold 2 out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
RoseGold 2.
RoseGold 2.
So no set date.
No set date, man. I'm not doing no more announcements. I ain't. You know what I mean? This game, a lot of shit changed.
No more exclusives.
Yeah.
Do we have any more exclusives in the vault right now?
Yeah. You got the Rosewood name. You got all that. I mean, we good.
Right.
But
that's
my nigga.
much.
You know what I mean? RoseGold 2. And not my fault out.
Okay.
And just more visuals, man. And like you said earlier, man. Just y'all gonna feel the Rosewood presence a lot more now.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because now that I know that it's like you really do gotta get out there. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Making rounds.
It's a learning curve, man. You figured it out. You're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's just where I'm at right now. You feel me? So
you just navigated through life, man, and you ended up here, bro. And I'm proud of you.
Thank you, bro.
I'm rooting for you, man. Anything you want to end out with, anything you want to leave the people with, let the people know.
You, a young artist, chasing your dream, take it serious, don't bullshit. Treat it like it's your life. It is your life, right? But take it serious. You know what I mean? Take it serious. You gotta invest in yourself.
Absolutely.
Stop asking for handouts.
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta invest in yourself. I went broke 10 times. I got it back. It's a learning curve.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you want to be an artist, don't play with it. Take it serious, and that's it. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to let the younger artists know. Anyone up and coming out here in Mass, man, it's possible, man.
It is.
You know what I mean, it's possible. I don't want to hate. Listen, you can move, but it's possible. You know what I mean? It's possible. And I just want to let y'all know that, man. You feel me?
All right, man. Babe, I appreciate you, bro, for coming out here.
Of course.
Being
man.
on the show.
Appreciate you too, man. Appreciate
Absolutely.
you too a lot, bro.
Absolutely, man.
I mean, I'm a fan of what's going on.
Thank you.
I seen you. You had. You was trending on Twitter, man. Not trending. Yeah. You had a couple retweets on Twitter.
Right.
Off of Millie's podcast, and I was like, yo, I gotta get on here, man. This is going on.
I appreciate it.
All right, cool.
I appreciate it.
You weren't Haitian, I probably would have been.
Yeah. Real shit. Zoe shit.
But I fuck with you, bro, man, and I respect what you're doing, man.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best too, bro.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it, man. But I am Charlie Machine, your host. This is another episode of CWTFB Radio.
CWTFB Radio, man.
My guy,
man.
Rosewood Bape.
Rosewood shit.
Yeah, not my fault everywhere, all streaming platforms.
That I can't see. Make sure y'all download that, man, all streaming platforms. You know what I mean? If you hit Shazam it, all that, man. Tag me in your videos. I'll follow you back. I'll show you love, man. Listen, man, I just want to connect with the people, man. I love everybody that support me. I show love back to the ones that show me love, and that's what it's all about, man.
Word.
C-Dubs Radio, man. Let's get it.
Yo, and fellas, if y'all fucked up, send your shorty that record. You know what I mean? This is it.
We're gonna get you right.
We gonna
get you
Rosewood therapy. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. But all right, baby, I appreciate you, man. The CWTFB, man. We have Rosewood Bape in the building, man. And we out. Till next time.
We out.
It's not what it seems.